Hello, this is an ETD video to help you with formatting landscape pages in Word. If you have a large graph or image that does not quite fit on a portrait page, you can insert a landscape page. This tutorial might vary a bit if you are using a different version of Word than me, or if you're on a Windows versus a Mac, but hopefully it will help get you started. There are also written instructions on our formatting FAQ under Format Landscape Pages. So first, in our Word document, at the bottom of the page you want to insert a landscape page create a section break. I'm going to end our page here, so I'm going to go to the Layout tab, I'm going to go to Breaks, and I'm going to go to Section Break, Next Page. I also need a section break for when I want to go back to the portrait page, so I'm going to create another section break here, and then this blank page will be our landscape page. So while you're on your blank landscape page and you're in the Layout tab, go to Orientation and click Landscape. It should just make that page landscape and not affect future pages. You'll also want to adjust the margins. So go here to Custom Margins. Make sure your top margin is now set to 1.5 instead of the left. It's as if you just flipped the page over, and that margin would go from the left to the top. Now the hard part is to rotate the page number as well, and this is different on Windows versus a Mac, so I'll explain both. And sometimes you fix something and you break something else and you'll just have to keep fiddling with it till you get it. First, on Windows, double click in the header area and make sure the Link to Previous button is turned off. Make sure you do that on your next portrait page as well. Okay, back on your landscape page, you're going to delete this page number. And you're going to go up here to Page Number, Page Margins, Vertical Right, and it will insert a new page number here on the right side. You'll delete the word that says Page and highlight your page number. Go to Shape, Format, Text Direction, rotate all text 90 degrees. Make sure to center it and update the font so it matches the rest of your text. Usually Times New Roman size 12, and we'll drag it over here. So you'll notice that this page number says page 1, but this is also page 1, so you'll need to update the page numbers. To do this, click within your heading on your landscape page, click the page number button, format page numbers, and instead of start at, you want to click continue from the previous section. That will update your page number. And do the same thing on your next portrait page as well. Click on page number, format page numbers, and continue from previous section. And this should update all your page numbers so that they're in the correct order. The nice thing about doing these on a Windows computer is that this number will automatically update if you choose continue from previous section, so you don't have to continually retype the number or anything. Now you can add your large table or graph to your landscape page and make sure your margins are right. This one is indented a little, so I'm going to move it over to the 1 inch on the left. Make sure there's 1.5 inches on the top, 1 inch on the right, and 1 inch on the bottom. Now we will create a landscape page number on a Mac. To do this, we'll use it creating a text box. First, double click in the header and make sure the Link to Previous button is turned off, and do that again for the next portrait page that you have. It is off. This one, still have to set the orientation, so it's a landscape page. And we'll check the margins. It's 1.5 at the top, which is what we wanted to see. Delete the page number from the top of the landscape page. Then in the Insert tab, go to Text, choose Text Box, and find Vertical Text Box. Hold Shift while you draw your text box, and you'll need a 0.38 size text box. I'll type the page number in there. So now I'm going to right-click on my page number, go to More Layout Options, and set the absolute position to 9.7 to the right of the left margin, and the vertical absolute position from 4.38 below the page. and that centers our page number to where it wants to be. So note that you'll since this is a text box, it won't automatically update if your page numbers shift around. So I recommend not doing it until you're almost finished. If your page number on the next portrait page is incorrect, you might have to highlight it, go to Format page, and start it at the number that it's supposed to be. So it restarts here at 3. The next page is 4. So it's a little bit more complicated if you're on a Mac. And that's the end of the video. Let the formatting advisor know if you have any questions.